Okay, so one of the things I've got in my shop is I've got my router table. And on my router table, I put a piece of MDF or a piece of plywood with a top coating of some kind of hardened plastic material, whatever that is. And I've just bolted it down so it's got a nice level surface. Because in a small shop like mine, I have to use every surface I possibly can. And so anyway, there's the router table. So what I've done is I've created another jig which just fits down in the same place as the board I just removed. And so what this does, this gives me a rotating dish. And instead of, let me move my camera just a little bit here, instead of having a sandpaper or a sanding piece here, I've removed that and just put on a shaft extension with a pulley. So now I can spin this dish with that same motor, and that's the jig that I need for this next step. So I'm going to put these bolts back in. And screw them down. Now, anybody can go make this. All this is just an inexpensive little Lazy Susan that I bought at Rockler. And then I just I cut a couple of circles out of some 3/4 inch MDF and routed a bevel on the edges, glued them together. So I've got this nice groove here that fits my V-belt, and that's all it is. It's really pretty simple. And so this makes making the mold significantly simpler. You can go over there and ride that bus or drive that bus for a long time before you're going to get anything completely done. This will allow you to do it more quickly. Also, the other thing that this does is when you've got your sides in the mold and you've got go bars pushing the sides against the mold, this will allow you to profile the side instead of having to drive the bus with the sandpaper radius dish. So anyway, that's what this is all about. I'm going to go get my radius dish, put it on top here, and show you this step next. Okay, so there's the radius dish set on the jig. I'm going to plug it in now. I haven't put a switch on this yet. I should do that, but I haven't done it yet. So I'm going to plug this in and show you how it works. You can check every so often and see how you're doing for keeping the sides level and how far down it is. Now this does generate a lot of sawdust, so if you have a friend who can hold up a vacuum hose, that's a really good thing to do. But anyway, you get the idea of what's happening. You kind of see how far it's coming along. And you just need to keep doing this until it's done. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up off camera and show it to you in a few minutes. Okay, so I'm partway through here, and I just wanted to give everybody a reminder. While you're doing it, you should be checking often what your height is. Like say down here where the neck joint is, and then down here at the butt end of the guitar. Those two should be about the same, really close. Then you also want to check particularly at the lower bout. Now on this guitar, my upper bouts are going to be different because the profile is just different. But I can check at the lower bout, I can check at the waist, and you want to be sure you're checking at least 4 spots to be sure they're even, so this thing goes down straight. This is the top of the guitar, and if you make the top uneven, that affects everything. That affects your neck angle. That is really critical. So we want to make sure this goes down flat. As we do the back of the guitar, the ribs on the back, it's a different story. So we'll talk about that later. But I just wanted to give you a reminder as you're doing this, whether you're doing it by hand or whether you've made yourself a jig like this, be sure things are going down level on the top. That's critical. All right, I'll be back later.